I absolutely love that my whole playthrough of The Last of Us is getting copyright claims by the guy that wrote the soundtrack for The Last of Us. Except I had the same copyright claims when I first streamed it. And now I'm getting the same claims because now they're using them in the HBO live action. That grip might be better for someone who is stronger than them since she is a child and she may come against a beefed adult who knows. I mean, if someone's up close and you've got a gun, you don't necessarily need two hands. If anything, you want to use one hand to try to keep them away and shoot them with the other one, particularly at 22. You know? Particularly in very close situations. Or if someone's actually got the gun. See, this is why I like knives, right? If someone grabs the gun or grabs your hand with the gun or something, right? Cool, you've got my gun hand. That's great. Knife. Knives are beautiful. They're quick. They're deadly. They come with a built-in suppressor. They never run out of ammo and very rarely jam. Love them. And the sheer excruciating pain from taking a stab might get you your gun back. I love knives. They're just so versatile. I mean, as a kid, I really, really liked guns. But the older I get, the more I appreciate a good knife. Fuck me, they're so good. Particularly when you actually learn how to use them properly. And you actually understand a knife. You don't just look at the whole object as, oh my god, that's deadly. It's like, no, this side is not, this side is. If you control the knife hand, it's fluid motion, do this, do that. Like, it's just so, fuck, knives are so good. Underappreciated, man, underappreciated. You can do so much with a knife, particularly indoors. Particularly hallways, tight turns, not a lot of room. Very hard to maneuver. People underestimate how difficult it is to actually hit someone with a firearm. It's not as simple as like point and click and they're dead. It's really not that simple. And as soon as angles come into play, getting the precise shot, getting the angle, the recoil, all this and all that, man, like even an idiot with a knife that's like slashing it around, the risk of the person getting slashed is extremely high, and most people go into shock because they're not used to it, right? Knives, man. Give me a knife. Give me a knife. Give me a knife. That's simple. Alright, episode 5. Knife can be sharpened for more damage. I mean, it can, but you don't necessarily need a razor-sharp knife to do damage. I mean, the slash, a lot of times, isn't what's doing the damage. Like, you can get slashed, right? It's not good if it's a deep cut, but, like, the kill comes from the stab, not the slash. The slash, yeah, like, fucking bad visually. Ow, I'm bleeding. If the person goes into shock, like, really bad. But that's not gonna be what's gonna kill them. They're gonna have enough adrenaline and everything. If they go into shock, fucking GG, you've already won. But the stab is really what's gonna fuck them up. And you don't even need a particularly sharp knife to have a lethal stab. I mean, people really underestimate that one. Like, they're like, oh, look at this tiny little knife. I'm like, mate, that's big enough to finish someone if you know how to use it properly. Anyway. Episode 5. I mean, Hachan accidentally ended up stabbing herself on the blender blades. And this is not the first time that she's actually stabbed herself on something in the kitchen. And I'm like, Hachan, how the F did you stab yourself? And she's like, oh, you're not worried about me being injured. And I'm like, you're fine. She stabbed herself like basically here. So, you know, no veins, no tendons, like she's completely fine, right? And it was clean, disinfected, like she's all good. But I was like, Hachan, this is the second time in the kitchen you've stabbed yourself. There's knives and cutlery everywhere. How did you stab yourself? Did you not? Because the blades were face down. And she's like, oh, it fell over and then it hit me. And I'm sort of thinking, how did you knock over these blades, right? And she's like, oh, I put this thing there. I'm like, okay, so you put that there. That pushed that particular component, which then fell. And then instead of, you know, moving the fuck out of the way, right? You did something. You tried to grab it or something, right? You tried to catch it. You tried to catch blades. You know, don't do that. It's probably going to lead to another injury. Unfortunately, she hasn't learned that lesson yet. But I'm just going. If you respect the blade, it respects you. You don't respect it, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to cut yourself, you're going to stab yourself, you're going to slash yourself. Bloody respect the damn blades. Whether they're scissors or a blender. Just please, for the love of God. And what really gets me, I don't let Hutchins stack the dishwasher anymore. People will stack the dishwasher and then will get the steak knives pointing up. And I'm like, if someone trips and they land on this thing, you've got these freaking steak knives pointing up. God forbid their face ends up there. At the very least, they're going to get stabbed. Like, please, stop leaving knives pointed up. What the hell, man? Knives are great for disarming your opponent. If you don't even stab him, it's enough to cut someone's muscles and we already have a big problem. And not even that. The psychological aspect is just tremendous. Most people don't know how to deal with a knife. Like, they just freak the fuck out. Sometimes that's enough. If the other guy has a knife, give me a chair. Especially if it's a metal chair. Fuck yeah. There are also custom knives to add swirl and jagged parts. There is a particular blade that's actually illegal because it's 3 spiraling blades and the way it cuts into flesh makes it impossible to actually stop the bleeding. It's a banned weapon. It's like a flamethrower or gas. But, yeah. People in prison have like jagged edges and stuff. And that's basically to nick arteries and intestines and stuff when they shank people. Like, you don't need that. You don't actually want to kill people, but like, you shouldn't need something like that at the very least. God forbid you're ever in that situation. Sorry, is it Crvena Zvezda and Partizan's playing again? That stadium burnt down when I was a kid. Flamethrower is legal in America? What? Imagine if the Americans were still Americans like the founding fathers. This would be happening right now. There are actually mass protests throughout Europe, but you won't actually see it on the news. Like in France right now. They're protesting. In Germany, they're protesting. In the UK, they're protesting. You won't see it on the news though. You know, in situations like this, it's better not to be taken alive. Fair trial. Wow, that's a lot of blades. Oh, so he's actually deaf. Okay, that's a change. Wait, but okay, this is going to be interesting. You know, this makes this very very difficult, particularly in a world like this, because sound would be incredibly important for survival. Ugh. You can't leave the tac guns able to fire, but driving a tank is legal with a certificate or military experience. I thought there was this guy that bought a tank and he parked it somewhere and they were like, "We're gonna tow your vehicle," and it's like, "Good luck with that. Tow my tank." I love how she's the judge and jury and executioner. She strikes me as a screamer and someone that would beg at the first sight of violence. I mean, she's dishing it out, but can she take it? She's on a power trip, but she doesn't strike me as very emotionally grounded. Now, you might say that she shot that guy, but she shot him on impulse. Lady, you're on a power trip. You're a Karen that has actual power because you're surrounded by a bunch of cucks that don't even know how to hold a gun. Her right hand looks way more competent than her. I don't know why he doesn't take over. It's 2023. There's a quota. Lady, you're probably going to be the first to die. Your arteries are probably clogged from all that buffet you've had. I think they call it Red Lobster in the US or something? Or Outback Steakhouse? See, this is what I see by fair trial. It's utter bullshit. She's on a power trip. I absolutely love how the whole shtick is Wes Henry, and probably half the people don't even know who the fuck Henry is. But, like, this is psychosis. She's delusional. And everyone's. This cuck is going along with it. What the fuck, man? I love how you, like, killed him because you can't do it yourself. Thing is, she's gonna kill you anyway, dude. She's on a power trip. Say he's gonna die anyway. I love how she's mobilizing an entire city, wasting everyone's resources to find one guy just so she could kill him because her brother died. How many people are gonna die so this girl can get her revenge? She's the only one not actually walking out there and doing the work. What the fuck? Like, seriously. Chicky, not put it. Out. I don't want to accidentally move my chair and hit Chicky. But, like, seriously. She's just a Karen. And these guys are all cucks. What has America become? Why does your priority matter instead of everyone else here? What trial? It's rigged. So, guys, why is everyone following what she says? Why doesn't anyone in this room just pull a gun and shoot her? Like, is anyone actually gonna care? Does anyone here actually like her? Anyone? You? Oh, you're not actually raising your hand, you're suggesting we don't waste the bullet. I like the cut of your jib. Knife, please. You remember how I told you guys the story of pigs, particularly little piglets, sound like children screaming when you're about to kill them? I wonder what sound this woman would make when she sees the blade. Have you guys actually seen Scary Movie 1? When the girl's stuck in the garage opener and she starts screaming and squealing? I imagine she would make a sound very similar to that. The one that was stuck in the garage opener and it... You know what? Can we actually find that scene? I'm sorry, we're doing a little segue. YouTube still actually has scenes from like 12 years ago. Granted, they're almost impossible to find, but like, let's do this. Scary Movie. You were good. Are you serious? 240p? Can we do a little better? I mean, how do they make slasher movies in America? Where are all the guns? There's like no guns in these movies. How did he rig the door to close? You know, I haven't seen this movie in like God knows how long. But I wouldn't mind rewatching it for the shits and giggles. I know it's a stupid movie, but sometimes stupid is good. Anyway, I have a feeling that that woman would make a sound very similar to that. So everyone was just going along with it, right? Okay, cool. The first two were really good. Yeah, they were. The third was like okay. The fourth, I kind of forgot what it was about. The fifth, I have no clue. I feel bad for the kid. He can't hear. He can get sneaked up on so easily. Yo, your hand's on the trigger. What are you doing? Gun safety, motherfucker! Oh my god, you're gonna have an accidental discharge. What does the slub know about gun safety? 6 is coming soon? They're still making those? It's like Sora at this point. What is that girl called in Germany? Should you watch Steingate or Fate? From what I remember, I really enjoyed Steingate, even though I don't remember what it was 100% about. And I remember I watched Fate Stay Night, and I sort of enjoyed it. Mind you, I watched both of those when I was in high school, and that was a while ago. But, like, yeah, go for it. You see, you wouldn't have that problem if you had a knife. Wait, how are you out of bullets? You were pointing guns at each other. Were you pointing guns without bullets? See, that's just dangerous on 2 levels. Cheeky, stai! Stai! She's probably barking at... Cheeky? Dođi ovde! Dođi! Cheeky, dođi! Did she lock herself in the cage? That's the second time in 2 days. Give me a sec. I think she locked herself in the cage and she's screaming for help. How the fuck did you lock yourself in the cage? Why? Okay, that is extremely interesting. Cheeky was sitting in front of the bathroom and the aircon was on, but the bathroom windows were open. So she was basically like calling me to the bathroom because she knows the door should be closed. That's fucking scary. She's smart. I have to give her a treat after that one. Yeah, you can send the scary movie thing. I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to watch Scary Movie 6. It just came to mind when we were doing the thing. But yeah, alright, back to it. £6 of jerky would be about 3 kilograms. 50 grams of the stuff will probably fill you for a few hours. 11 days on 3 kilos of jerky. I just ate 50 grams. How much can you do a day? Okay, say 3 a day. 4 a day. Wait, how much protein does this have? 17, you need... Oh, fuck, you're right. Yeah, you're gonna have a bad time. I'm really curious with how their story is gonna go. My expectations are really high because the game did it really well. 10 days later. Yeah. Well, shit. And they caught the old guy. I mean, eating the bare minimum is not going to do a lot in terms of, keeping your body mass. And I don't think this is going to blow over after 11 days. But seriously, the sheer amount of manpower going into finding these guys? What the hell? Dude, this sucks. It's the whole Anne Frank thing all over again. Or, when the SJWs take over. See, now this makes me curious. What was her brother actually doing? I get that she wants revenge for her brother being beaten by soldiers, but it makes me wonder what he was doing. I mean, as long as he doesn't sweat and it gets in his eyes. This is not going to end well. And you're absolutely right. This is painful to watch. Ah, fuck. Oh, that was Joel's car. Not at night. I don't know. Now imagine if he went on his belly and shot under the car tires. So now it's night? But how did you know which floor they were on? But you boys have no bullets. Yeah, don't do this to Kuma. Especially when you don't have bullets. Eh. Definitely don't do this to me. Well, considering where they were shooting, if he had gone, those guys would have found him. True. Hopefully he picked up some guns on the way. Sorry, what were they talking about as they jumped them during the lag? Oh, you guys missed that part? Okay, I can rewind a few minutes. That's cool. I'm just looking at Task Manager in case I'm looking to the left. I'm just monitoring Task Manager as I always do. You know what gets me? He put the glass down, but there's like a table and all of these other things he could have put in front of the... Hachan, I'm streaming. Could you please not make as much noise as you possibly can walking around? Thank you. And there's all these other things he could have put in front of the door. Or maybe, you know, not like sleep within the view of the door as well. Like, I, 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 Ellie, you... Okay then. The knives were justified, as were the hangings. Wow, that's like a desperate move. It's like, I got nothing and I'm gonna be dead if you don't help me. And like, I will point you in the right direction, but I need help. I'm gonna guess sewers or water tunnels. Houses. Oh boy. Good point. Oh. Oh. Ah, great. Huh? Bruh. Bruh. Really? If it gets bad, these two get eaten and you run out. Oh, okay. Can we at least get some rifles? I'm with Ellie on this one. Uh, okay, house rules. Make sure doors are locked. Ask for the password if you don't know the visitor. No shouting or noisy play. Run to hiding spot when you hear. Are they trying to make as much noise as humanly possible? Like, seriously, dude. What's next? You gonna start playing band music? Oof. Oh, so that's why she's in charge. She was the sister of the leader. So it's basically like the woman that's in charge of YouTube. She's the sister of the woman married to the guy that runs Alphabet, which is Google. Okay. No, I can see it. Yeah, that's a toughie. Oof. So what are these guys gonna do when they run out of fuel? I'm just saying. These things guzzle fuel like a motherfucker. How about you go out and look for them? You're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse and you're fat. You know what that tells me? You're eating more than your fair share of supplies and not doing your share of work. Get your butt out there and fucking look for them yourself. Fuck's sake. I'm sorry, it's pissing me off. Well, we're not doing so good. What do you mean you haven't found him? Well, it's not number 7 on my list of priorities. Like, fucking, have you done anything besides order people around? Seriously, fuck me. Jesus Christ. You know, I get that he meant a lot to you, but I'm sure he also meant a lot to everyone in the resistance. And I get that you want to avenge him, but you're putting everything, including the safety of everyone, second to getting your revenge. Including whatever the hell is in that basement that's about to explode. So you are compromising the safety of everybody because you want to get closure and revenge. Which is probably the opposite of what your brother was doing. As someone that was trying to resist, whatever Fedra was doing. You see, this is why nepotism doesn't work. You get someone that legitimately gets shit done, and then you get someone that gets their position, doesn't do any of the work, and doesn't know anything. And it goes to shit. Like it's about to. That's all I'm saying. It's about to go to shit. They're using up all their resources. People are getting killed to hunt one guy. And not even in the smartest way possible. She just wants it as quickly as possible. It's completely nonsensical. You know, like, what difference does it make if you catch him today or next week? Why are you putting so many lives at risk, using so much manpower, and risking everyone? It's stupid. And why the hell is everyone going along with it? It's even more stupid. You can hate Fedra, but they kept this place running for 20 years. Well, she's not going to keep it running for 20 days. She's become Fedra. She's become worse, man. She's completely gone, man. What? Huh? And where's the justice in everyone dying so you can get your revenge? And what is the point in all of this? You got freedom. What are you doing with it? Oh, God! Oh, you all fucking cucks. You know what? Fuck it. If you're all on the same boat, you can all fucking sink. Enjoy. I hope the clickers fucking eat you alive. I'm sorry. Fuck it. I got, like... Seriously? Can I at least see the scene where that whole city gets infested and everyone gets eaten alive? I mean, I had to watch that scene. I want some closure. Please. Please. Infected. Why are people so stupid? These two are liabilities with this guy being unable to close his mouth. And it makes Ellie a liability. Well, congratulations! Well, it's a rifle and an elevated position with a clear line of sight on the street. Get the fuck off the street. He can't hit you. You're behind cover. He's not gonna leave that building to try to get an angle on you. That would expose him. You're better off just keeping here, drawing his fire. If anyone comes to flank you, you shoot him, or Joel go gets him. Just, Ellie, for the love of, oh my god, please. Ugh. Seriously? Just stop shooting. You're embarrassing yourself. Just stop! Oh my god, fucking Americans. This guy's like shooting every chance he gets. He's like, I'm over here, by the way. I'm over here. I'm over here. In case you didn't know, I'm over here. Either it's because of the night, or whoever is there just wants to scare them. Otherwise, someone would already be dead. Not a good way to do it. Especially in a zombie apocalypse when people are running around with automatic weapons. You're better off just letting them pass. Besides, ammo is precious. Don't waste it. And how the F did he miss the first shot? They were literally walking in the middle of the street. Speaking of shooting people, Hutchon gets a bullseye. What'd you make me?
Eggplants and broccoli. Eggplant, broccoli stir fry with peanut butter and peanuts.
Mwah, magnifique. He didn't even barricade the doors. I can tell you sure as shit this man was never a Marine. No sniper anywhere would hang the barrel of the rifle outside a goddamn window. No wonder you can't hit anything. Seriously, you're just holding it in your... I can't even be mad at this point. Eggplant, broccoli, and peanut butter? Yes. And peanuts. Why? Why, people? Why? You could have literally knocked him out. I mean, come on, he's old. You're telling me that old man could do a almost 180-degree turn with his body and aim that rifle before you can hit him? Come on. That was the dad, wasn't it? Wasn't he? You see, now you killed a perfectly good hostage. Oh, she said Anthony and not Dad, so it's probably not Dad. I love how she loves to use resources. Does no one clean their rifles in this show? I just saw 2 rifles jam. Ellie, come on. Wait, Ellie, how the fuck are you out of... Did your gun just jam as well? Hallelujah! Imagine throwing your entire revolution army out in the wilds just to catch one guy. That's exactly what she's doing. So how many more people are gonna die for one guy? Shoot the fat one. Okay, I'm gonna start calling this woman Hillary Clinton. She's got the same attitude. Are you serious right now? Are you fucking... Are you supposed to... Fuck it. Whatever little shred of decency and like not hating I had, fuck it. I don't care. Not human. Fuck off. No one says that. Do you ever think... There's the line, and this is like 2 kilometers over it. Throw her in the fire. In the fire. In the fucking fire. Throw her in the fire. Give it about 20 minutes. It'll be well done. You could feed the whole fucking village. How the fuck are any of these people behind her hearing this and just being like, I'm okay with this? A kid. A literal kid. The kid didn't do anything to... How the fuck are any of you just standing by there? How is it... Are you serious? Fuck this whole town. I don't care. Fuck them all. I don't care. I don't give a shit at this point. Fuck them. Burn them all in the fire. Oh, go fuck yourself, Hillary. You think the whole world revolves around you? And do you think you're worth anything? You fucking raided the pantry twice a day. You know, at the beginning, I was trying to sort of come halfway on the bridge. I wonder what he did. I wonder who her brother was. I wonder what Fedra was. At this point, I don't even care. Fuck you. I don't even care. I don't care what your story is at this point. Fuck you. That's it. Done. And as a matter of fact, anyone that's with you can also get fucked. I don't care what their stories are either, because if they stand by this shit, fuck them. Shouldn't he, like, be running in the opposite direction of the kids? But... like, at least draw their attention away. Oh, fuck off. Eh? Oh, saved by the clickers. Shoot the fat one. Okay, I have to seriously ask. I mean, they were in the tunnels, right? And, like, the building that was going under was, like, in the middle of the city. And so if it's spread that much, how come they encountered absolutely no clickers in the tunnels on the way out? Plot convenience. So they're all gonna start coming out of the hole? Am I watching Resident Evil right now? You had it coming. What is it with Ellie and going into tight, small spaces? You deserve this. Eat the fat one. Oh, that's a big boy. You can do it. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Rip and tear. Rip and tear. Go, go, go. Yeah. But she can't run. She just finished half the pantry. Yeah! Now, do that thing that Pyramid Head did in Silent Hill, where you, like, grab her and then, like, pull all the flesh off her. That would be really cool. Ellie? Come on, Joel, breathe. Joel, breathe. Okay, that was just creepy. Oh god, it's a child clicker. Oh god, that is creepy. That's some nightmare fuel. You see, it's nightmare on 2 levels. 1, it's a clicker. 2, it's a child. Okay, that worked. If this is how they die, I'm gonna be disappointed. Okay, if this is how they die, I'm gonna be disappointed. Oh, fuck off, Hillary. And look, I'm gonna forgive the fact that Joel was firing that rifle without having to reload. I will forgive it. But can't you just fucking die? Please? How many more people need to die, Hillary? Yeah! Rip and tear! Rip and tear! Rip and tear! You see, I was secretly rooting for the infected to win. I wish you got killed by the fat infected. It would have been poetic justice. That town is without their leadership now. Man, they probably left the front gates open. All the people in that town are fucked. Fedra ruled the place for 20 years. She couldn't even rule it for 20 days. Nature called and they wanted a refund on that lady's life. I tried to be human and understand their point of view. But then when she said that kid was meant to die, go to hell. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Fuck you. That simple. If that's how you think, you're not human. I don't give a fuck what your story is. You can play whatever soundtrack music you want. You can slow it down. You can play violin. You can zoom out. I don't care. If that's your point of view, go fuck yourself. Oh god, it's the house. Joel was the real MVP. He landed like... I lost count, but he landed a lot of shots. Children should be protected at all costs, no matter the situation. People like that woman who say a child's life doesn't matter deserve the worst type of death. You see, the real thing that really gets me, I can understand being upset that your brother was brutally beaten and killed and murdered and all this other stuff. Like, I can completely understand that. I can completely understand and empathize with the fact that you want to kill the guy that's responsible for your brother's death. I can completely understand that. However, your brother is already dead. And the result of that is that the kid's life was saved. But it's not the kid's fault. You can be angry at this guy, but you can't be angry at the kid. The kid is innocent. But then go with the extra step and being like, maybe the kid was meant to die. And it's like, you know, that's just like, that's next level. How fitting that the child clicker got to Ender. I prefer rip and tear. This is how teen pregnancy happens. If I have a daughter, I ain't leaving her in a room with a teenage boy. Are you even scared? Oh. I don't know. She looked pretty scared when the bullets started flying. Time and place, Ellie. Ooh. I know it's probably really simple for people that know, but how does this thing work? Oh god, it's The Walking Dead all over again. Oh! He showed her. Oh, don't just start cutting stuff and putting blood on blood. Oh god, this is how you. Oh god. Fucking kids. The knife, which you just... Ellie, you're gonna end up infecting yourself with something. At some point. They don't know blood types? I don't mean blood types, like, she got a few drops of blood on an open wound. That isn't exactly gonna fucking kill you. I mean, the fact that she's cutting open her hand with a knife that's probably dirty, and now she has an open cut, and, like, infections are still a thing. You may be immune to clickers and getting infected, but you could still get a normal infection and die. God damn it, Ellie. Huh? Well, he's a decent shot. Say the line. Why did you change the line? Why did you... What was the line? He was supposed to say, it's all your fault, it's all your fault. And then he ends up shooting himself. I remember in the stream when he was saying, it's all your fault, it's all your fault. I went, like, I thought he was talking to Joel, and I was like, it's not Joel's fault. But then you guys pointed out that he was actually talking to himself. Why did... It was such a good... The real casualty is the fucking script. Cuck, man. There's a reason why he didn't write the original. Oh. Why? They wanted to make it a bit happier. This was legit one of the most impactful, hardest hitting, double layered parts of the game. Why did you water it down? Druckmann didn't write the original, no. The person that wrote the original was fired shortly after The Last of Us 1. And he just took credit for it. He didn't do shit. He was an assistant. He was probably grabbing coffees. Why does he get all the credit? Because the woman that wrote it is no longer in the company. That's why he's trying to rewrite as much as possible to take all the credit for the original. He's basically taking someone else's work. All you had to do was color in between the lines. Why did you start changing it? It was such good dialogue. What was wrong with the original dialogue in that scene? Come on, man. In this version, he shot himself because he had to shoot the kid because he felt guilty. But he did the same in the game. It's just that the line was multi-layered. So when you rewatch it, you're like, oh, man. Oh my god. Well, that was disappointing. I could forgive the poor gun handling and other mistakes for plot, but that was just unnecessary. Remember how at the beginning of the previous episode I said when you change something, you risk replacing it with something that's not as good or something that's possibly worse? This was worse. Like the rest you could live with. But why change a perfectly good scene? Especially when you set it up the same way. There was no need to. It was completely set up. It was right there. All you had to do was just get the ball in the hole. And you're like, nah, fuck it. I'm going to do a trick shot. And you missed. God damn it, man. My guess is they thought that the real life facial acting was enough and the dialogue wasn't necessary when you have real life faces expressing themselves. I have to disagree on that one. At least we get to see Joel and Ellie bury them and say goodbye. In the game, we just cut to them on the road. I mean, that's one of the things you can add, and I will never, deduct points for it. But my thought is that the original dialogue in that scene with the "it's all your fault, it's all your fault, it's all your fault," then bam, had a lot more impact to it than "what did I do? What did I do? What did I do?" Bam, like. You're right. Apparently, Bruce Straley and Amy Hennig got pushed toward the exit. No wonder the plot of The Last of Two is so trash. Yeah, and guess what happened after they were kicked out? Cuckman got promoted. And now what is he trying to do? Take credit for the game. That last scene was a mess. Damn it, man. I had nothing wrong with the rest of the episode. Like, I was fine with the rest of it. It's just that scene, man. Like, come on. It was such an easy hole in such an easy hole in one. Yeah, the game handled it much better since tensions were high in that scene and you weren't sure if Sam was about to shoot Joel or himself. Except the group. Like, even the story of the group and everything that was happening, I was okay with it. It was a different approach. But you have to take into consideration that the game, you've got hours and hours of gameplay and dialogue and story and traveling. You have to change certain things to tell the story within a limited time frame. And so, okay, fine. You have a group of these people that are doing this. Sure. And you've made them unlikable enough that I'm cheering for the infected to kill them. Fine. That's fine, because at the end of the day, the group and the enemies, regardless of who they aren't the main meat of the story. They're just enemy number 462 that you have to kill on the way to go here or there, right? They're not that memorable anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But what really does matter are these side characters that you meet along the way, their stories, their interactions, all these other things. That stuff really is important. And that is changed a little bit for the sake of story, backstory, scenes, and that's okay. But when you've got a scene that you've already got established that works really, 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 really well, and you choose to change it, you better be damn sure that what you're changing it with is going to hit harder than the original. Because the original is a massive standout, at least for me, when I played the game, because I didn't see it coming. Like, I did not see it coming. It caught me completely by surprise. Can I actually find it? Let me find it really quickly on YouTube. I should be able to find it. Ninja Kuma: The Last of Us. I haven't seen it since the original, so like, you know, but I'd really like to see it again because Jesus Christ, it was such a good one. All right, here it is, part 3. Like, beautiful. Look at this. Part 3, we found it. Like, I still remember it to this day. Here it is when we were live streaming 4 years ago. When Kuma was live streaming directly. All right, let's find it. Like, Kuma, completely unable to stream properly, completely unable to get everything to work properly. So let's find it really quickly. Let's find it. So where was it? This was 1080p. This game deserves a replay. Where were we? Oh, here we go. Becky, MVP. Becky, MVP. Progressing story while discussing Kuma bears. I'm sorry about the lack of story in these. Very selective. Oh. Jolly finds Ellie. Brother talk. Hey, Tommy, give me a hand with this. Oh, that's Tommy. I think these two are before Tommy. I think. Escaping the underground. Chilling for the night. Sam and Henry. Here we go. Oh, Becky, you're the MVP.
Shut the hell up.
Here's the original.
It's serious. It's Tommy's birthday, and that's all he wanted to do is just rent 2 Harleys and drive cross country.
Oh, man. I could die happy if I could just ride one around the block.
It's too heavy. Plus, it's fixed.
Real good.
Good.
I think it was fixed to a tripod.
Come on, man. Give me
Kuma,
details.
shut the fuck up.
Describe
Didn't
it.
have the time.
You know what? You two deserve a little privacy.
No, Ellie. This isn't just any regular motorcycle, okay? You get on that bad boy, you feel that engine? Nothing like it.
Oh, yeah, how would you know?
Seeing it in my dreams.
Okay.
Do not start making out, you two motherfuckers. I'm not watching that. I don't give a fuck.
Don't show up.
Yeah.
Worst part about it all, explaining it to Sam.
Well, it's safe to say those two have officially bonded. What are you doing?
Taking stock of all the food we found today.
I see. And how are we doing on canned peaches?
Did Henry send you?
What?
No? Why would Henry send me?
To make sure I'm not fucking up somehow.
I'd say we all did pretty good back there. Especially you. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay. Well, have a good night.
How is it that you're never scared?
Who says that I'm not?
What are you scared of?
Let's see. Scorpions are pretty creepy. Being by myself. I'm scared of ending up alone.
Aww.
What about you?
Those things out there. What if the people are still inside? What if they're trapped in there without any control of their body? Scared of that happening to me.
Okay. First of all, we're a team now. Okay, we're gonna help each other out. And second, they might still look like people, but that person is not in there anymore.
Henry says that they've moved on. That they're with their families. Like in heaven. Do you think that's true?
Go
Oh.
back and forth. I mean, I'd like to believe it.
But you don't.
I guess not.
Yeah. Me neither.
Oh. All the serious talk. I almost forgot.
Oh, she got him a toy? Oh, wow.
If he doesn't know about it, he can't take it away.
Wow.
All right. I'm pooped. I'll see you tomorrow.
She is fucking amazing. Did he get bitten? Did he get bitten? Did you fucking get bit? Fuck.
Damn. That smells good.
Good morning.
Where's Sam?
I'll let him sleep in for once.
Oh.
Well, if you want him to join us, you can go wake his ass up.
Okay.
Fuck. Did he already turn?
Sam?
The hell? Shit, he's turning! That's my fucking brother! Screw it!
Shit!
Ellie? Ellie, are you alright?
Oh my god.
Sam?
Oh no.
Sam?
Henry? Ellie, stay there. Henry?
What have you done?
I'm gonna get that gun from you, okay? Oh, okay, easy.
It's your fault.
This is nobody's fault, Henry. It's all your fault! Henry! Henry, no!
Oh my god.
What was wrong with that? What was wrong with that dialogue? It was so human. It was very human. Yeah. Your fault more impactful than what I have done and suicide. Much better executed. It's one of those unnecessary changes that was changed because I want to make it different and get credit for it. It's like it's effectively rewriting elements of the story just to put your name on it, even though you didn't come up with it. What have I done is okay, but you're right, it's missing layers of the original. It is. You can see the elements of the original in the TV version. And that's fine. And like I said, I'm completely fine with changing elements of it. Because you have to. You don't have the time you do in the game. But there's some changes that are made completely unnecessarily. There's like no reason for them. And it's just kind of like head scratching going, why? I don't know. Felt like Henry being deaf was not a necessary change, but I'm rolling with it. Again, I didn't have anything against that either. Because in the way the episode was created, it still worked. The character of Henry was written differently. But so what, right? But in the context of that scene, why was that change necessary? But at least the show got us more closure on their burial and Ellie was aware of Henry's condition. I mean, again, I've got nothing wrong with those two changes. my biggest complaint is that particular scene's dialogue and the way it was executed. I felt it was unnecessary and the original would have had a lot more impact. But that's just me. I'm curious what you guys think. I see a few people agree with what I'm saying, that what have you done, it's your fault, what have I done, the game was better. What do you think, game or TV? Which one's better? I could probably do a poll. Can I do a poll? Poll. Alright, which was better? Better game, TV show. Duration 1 minute. Bam, vote. If they remove that to make the characters of the story not at fault and not to blame without your fault for the show seems dumb. Regarding that scene, yeah, which one was better for that scene? I mean, it's only fair to compare apples with apples, right? That particular scene of the kid getting shot and the brother committing suicide, comparing apples with apples, which do you think is better? The game or the show? Ignoring the rest of the episode, ignoring the rest of the gameplay section, just that scene. We're comparing apples with apples here. It's a fair comparison. Completely disregard the night before Ellie had with the brother in both the game and TV show. Just that scene, the morning. It's a fair comparison. I want to see. We've got like 5 seconds. We've got like 35 people. At least we have a decent sample size of people that have just seen the TV show and just played the game. The game. Wow, everyone voted for the game. Well, there you have it, ladies and gents. It's not just me. I know a lot of people in episode 1 point out that I probably don't want to like the show. Not really true. I want to like the show. I'm actually more biased towards wanting to like the show. which is probably why I'm trying to understand all the characters, even the side ones that I probably don't need to understand. But sometimes I just go, why? Like, I really get into it. I really do. Like, rip and tear, let the infected horde explode from the ground like they're Sauron's orcs. By all means, go for it. But sometimes I just go like, why? Why would you do that? Like, but that's just me. That's just me. That's just me. Did you like episode 3? Haven't seen your reaction. I highly recommend you watch the reaction to episode 3. I highly recommend. I enjoyed it. I did. But I highly recommend you see the reaction to it. I highly do. Okay, we're going to take a break and we're going to watch some Avatar memes. See, now I'm starting to get worried. They're changing impactful scenes. I'm starting to get worried that they're going to mess with the ending of the game. And we all know how the ending to the game played out. And we all had that long discussion. Was it right? Was it wrong? What would you do? You know, we all went through that. A bit like with this episode, I hope they don't change things for the sake of changing things. Because the original hit hard. It really did. And it was a beautiful story to tell with a lot of, he should have done this, he shouldn't have done this. And I think that's really good. Because it gets people invested, it gets people discussing, it gets people thinking. But after seeing what they did to this scene, I'm kind of like... And I know some people would just say it's just playing with words. But in this type of context, the words are very important. So I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared. I don't... Like, my fear, and I hope that I'm completely wrong, is that they might want to make Joel unlikable. In that we have what happened in the original ending of the game. But they're going to change it just so Joel appears more unlikable. Now, there's going to be people that play the game and go through the ending and don't like Joel. And that is completely fine. My fear is that they're going to change the ending in such a way that if you don't find Joel unlikable, you're weird. Get me? So instead of it being like a 50-50, some people agree with Joel, some people disagree with Joel. Some people like Joel, some people dislike Joel. You know, there's a discourse. They're gonna paint it in such a way, a bit like that woman that was running the city, that she's just fucked as a person. And I think that would be a colossal waste to Joel's character. Because he's a great character. Especially the way he's written, the way he changes through the story. Because let's face it, the man's gone through a lot, and he's gone through a lot of character development. From a father, you know, trying to look after his daughter, to losing his daughter, to grieving, to closing himself off, to basically, you know, just moving Ellie around as the sake of doing a job, to warming up to Ellie, to caring about Ellie, loving Ellie, willing to sacrifice himself. Like, that's a lot of character progression. I hope they don't just put that on the sidelines because we want season 2 of The Last of Us 2. Here comes my favorite character. We gotta make Joel an asshole so it justifies season 2. That's my fear. I hope it doesn't happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But I genuinely have that fear. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. The execution of the show seems bland, like if it was drawn like this, what I have done, then stare aggressively and grow in rage, then suicide would be okay. That more human. But what I have done and shoot yourself be like poor execution. The game original seems the best. The game definitely seems a bit more refined in that aspect. I'm sure something will be shown that happened in the background. Well, that's what's happening here. We'll see. But, yeah. No. Yeah, too much ego, man. There's too much just wanting to claim credit for the whole thing and just, yeah. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But anyway, look, if you guys watching this on Patreon and YouTube, let me know what you think. I'm really curious to see where people stand on the whole game versus the show and what your thoughts are. I hope I'm wrong with my fears on how they're going to wrap up this season of The Last of Us. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they do it really well. I hope they do it better than the game. I just hope. I just hope. Because it's a beautiful story. It's a really beautiful story with a lot of potential. And they've shown that you can change elements of the game in a good way. But there's also a few instances of changing it for the sake of changing it that didn't feel good. So, I don't know. But different people have different opinions, so I want to see what everyone else thinks. And some people have played this game a hell of a lot more times than I have. And I've probably missed a lot of things playing the game. But I still really like it. I think the part of the problem is that they only have 9 episodes, so they have to rush everything along. You don't have as much time to get attached to the characters. That's true in a sense, especially from just watching it, that side of things. And that's true. But timing-wise, I don't think the original scene versus this scene would be that different. But it's true, the conversations are a lot shorter because of pacing, which is why they needed to rebuild the world in the way there was sneaking and what was going on, and that's basically fine. And you can substitute entire areas of the game by, creating new people that are just in the TV show to move it along a little bit quicker, and that works. So, yeah. But I still think episode 3 was nice. The way they did it. I know a lot of people complained Joel and Ellie weren't in it, but I think that was a nice way to do it. Giving more screen time to a different character from a different point of view, tell a different story, make the world seem a little bit, and also move along the plot of how it started, how it went, and how some other people lived. So I think it was nice. They sure didn't show it in one of better episodes. Joel and Ellie were like 8 minutes on screen. Well, how do I say this without accidentally saying the wrong thing? The Last of Us is more than just Joel and Ellie. Joel and Ellie are, like the main characters of the story that help drive the plot and explore the world. But the world is a lot bigger than just them. There are other characters. So I don't really mind there being a little bit of time for other characters and seeing the stories of, other people. But we all know what the main attraction is. And I don't even mind if season 2, if these 9 episodes don't even get to the ending of the game, and season 2 gets to the ending of the first game. I'm completely cool with that. As long as enough people hop on the train and want to watch it, they'll get a season 2. That's not a problem. I mean, hell, I always say that a lot of shows that are 12 episodes need to be 24 episodes. Because there's simply too much source material to go through. And when you rush through it, you don't really go deep enough for it to be enjoyable. So, by all means, if that ends up happening, awesome sauce. But you gotta pick what you leave in there and what you leave out and what you change and how you change it. It's tricky. It's tricky. But some things are a really easy win because it's been written so well in some scenes. So that's why I question changing them. Anyway. Alright, guys. Quick little break and we're going to do Avatar memes. We're probably going to do a 5-minute break because, we need a 5-minute break so I can grab a coffee, so I can grab a water. Everyone grab a drink. If you're not joining us for the Avatar memes, thank you for coming around. I will see you next week for more The Last of Us. Next week, we're also going to be doing JoJo Part 6, as well as Naruto Shippuden. So this week, just Avatar memes to wrap up Avatar. Next week, back to our regularly scheduled schedule. So I hope to see you then. All right, quick little break and we're doing Avatar. Quick little break. Let me get some music. I did restart the PC, so I got to open up Spotify again, and hopefully it doesn't give us ads. Jiggy, stop barking. Ay, 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 ay. Cheeky, 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 cheeky. All right, cool. This is a... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This is a good song. Quick little break.